Here are today's top Singapore news stories, each in depth. Singapore has mandated 5 banks to manage a $1.63 billion 20-year green bond, marking one of the largest sustainable debt offerings in the city-state's history. The bond, which will fund environmentally focused infrastructure and climate adaptation projects, signals Singapore's continued commitment to positioning itself as Asia's green finance hub. The 5 mandated banks include a mix of global financial institutions and local players, reflecting the collaborative approach Singapore takes to its sovereign debt issuance. This green bond comes as global demand for sustainable investment products continues to grow, with institutional investors increasingly factoring environmental, social, and governance criteria into their allocation decisions. For Singapore, the offering also supports its broader Green Plan 2030, which targets peak carbon emissions by the end of this decade and net zero by 2050. Singaporeans' unique blend of Eastern and Western cultural influences gives them a competitive edge in global business, according to the CEO of Mizuho Bank's Singapore operations. In a candid interview, the banking executive highlighted how Singapore's multicultural, multilingual workforce naturally bridges Asian and Western markets, making the city-state an indispensable node in global trade and finance. The ability to navigate both Asian business customs and Western corporate norms gives Singapore-based professionals an advantage that is difficult to replicate elsewhere. This cultural fluency has been a key factor in attracting multinational corporations to establish their regional headquarters in Singapore, with the city-state hosting more than half of the world's top financial firms. Singapore shares opened slightly lower as investors weighed global economic developments and awaited further clarity on monetary policy directions. The Straits Times Index traded down modestly in early sessions, with banking and property stocks seeing the largest declines. Market participants cited concerns about global growth momentum and potential interest rate adjustments as key factors influencing sentiment. The cautious opening reflects broader regional trends, with Asian markets generally treading water amid mixed economic signals from the United States and Europe. A French teenager has found himself in legal trouble in Singapore after a video of him licking a straw at a local eatery went viral on social media. The incident, which sparked outrage among Singaporeans for its perceived disrespect, led to police involvement. Singapore has strict public behavior laws, and incidents involving foreigners violating local norms often draw significant public attention. The case highlights the cultural expectations placed on visitors to the city-state and serves as a reminder that social media stunts can have serious legal consequences in jurisdictions with strict public order laws. Singapore's ongoing battle against scams has revealed a complex challenge. Authorities are catching the money mules but struggling to reach the masterminds who orchestrate the schemes from overseas. The anti-scam effort has intensified in recent years as scam losses have surged, with authorities implementing stricter penalties for money mules and launching public education campaigns. However, the transnational nature of these operations means that the architects of these scams often operate from jurisdictions beyond Singapore's legal reach. This has prompted calls for greater international cooperation and intelligence sharing to dismantle the networks at their source, rather than just prosecuting the foot soldiers on the ground. Which of these stories caught your attention? Share your thoughts in the comments below and follow for more daily news updates.